Hi guys, Jonathan Graham here for Guitar Interactive with the one and only Nick Jennison, and we're here at the Gibson...
Could you imagine if there were two of me?
Oh Jesus, yeah, there'd be no more space on this sofa. But we're here at the Gibson Garage in London that's just opened, and we're very excited here to check out all the stuff from the Gibson brand. What's some of the stuff that you're wanting to check out today?
Well, it's slightly oddball fashion. Love the Murphy Lab stuff, that's really exciting, but I'm super stoked to see the new Kramers. There's a really cool Kramer room downstairs we're going to show you. It is also the relaunch of Mesa Boogie in Europe, coming probably, it will probably be out by the time this video is out. Really stoked to check those out. I'm a huge Mesa fan.
Been years and years in the making, of course. I think,
sure.
You know, and the Mark 7 is here that you're going to be trying that today.
Can't wait.
We're going to take a look at all the custom shop. There's guitars hanging all over the place. We've got fantastic stuff as well from Epiphone as well. That we've got Maestro pedals. The sky's the limit, but it's not just for the guys here that work in the magazine to come and check out this store. This is available for you guys to come and check out as well 7 days a week. So we want to give you a little introduction of some of the things that you can see if you're going to visit the Gibson Garage here in London. So something that you can't avoid here in the Gibson Garage as you enter the store is this incredible rotating selection here of guitars that's up on the wall. Now something, it's quite a piece just to look at this just as a display, but something that is really particularly useful about it is the fact that you get the option to actually see the backs of some of these incredible guitars and the detail in a 360 manner, which is something that you don't always get a chance to do when you walk into most guitar stores. A lot of these are sort of behind glass cases or they're up real high. These are up real high, but you can still take a look at them from there. And of course, if you want to get one of them down, there's plenty of step ladders around. Some of the staff will take one down. You can plug it in and try it for yourself. And of course, guys, if the custom guitars aren't quite in your budget just yet, there's also some fantastic custom clothing options as well that are designed in Nashville and only available here in the London Gibson Garage and in Nashville. Not only that, but the offcuts from some of the guitars that don't quite make it onto the bodies, the finished guitars that you can see around the store, they're not just tossed away, they're actually available in other products like this incredible guitar stand. And so guys, if you don't see something that's just to your liking in the custom shop Murphy Lab section, the rest of the custom shop options are here on the wall, just right next to it here. And of course, again, you get your ES335s, Firebirds again, cool custom colours, Mesa Boogies everywhere. We've even got some Maestro pedals over here that you can plug into, stomp away until your heart's content. And again, can't pick one of those up, just get yourself a mug.
Right, listen, Jonathan's just run off to get the Murphy Lab guitars, but before we go over there, I want to show you this. Come with me. These are some of the artist prototypes that they have on display here at the Gibson Garage. Now, these are going to be rotating over the year. What we have right now, these are the guitars that the artists signed off on for their own guitars. Very cool. This is the Kirk Hammett Les Paul prototype. We've got this guy over here, if you're a B.B. King fan. This is the Live at the Regal guitar. This is, again, this is not the original guitar, but you'd be forgiven for thinking that. B.B. King signed off on this, super cool. Over this way, we've got the Johnny Winter 64 Firebird 5 prototype. That is probably my favorite guitar out of the four. Maybe my favorite one in the whole building. I don't know, hard to say. I'm really feeling Firebirds at the minute. And this way, this is a piece of heavy metal history. This is the prototype for the Tony Iommi 64 Monkey SG Special. Super cool.
So guys, I'm standing here in front of the Murphy Lab here in the Gibson Garage. Now, this is the absolute top end here of the Gibson Custom Shop. All your different options that you would expect, of course. You get your Les Pauls, you get your Flying V's, you get your Firebirds, absolute top end. Now, don't think that these are just for display. You can come into the store, you can pick these up and try these for yourself. But if you don't see something here that takes your fancy and you've got something else in mind, you've got a custom colour, custom neck shape, body, whatever you've got in mind, you can actually speak with an expert here and choose your own top, your own colours, your own hardware, all that sort of stuff. It's all totally available to custom order, just as it would be in the factory in Nashville. So be sure to come in here, try one of these out. You got something in mind, sky's the limit.
So I'm stood over here with the Gibson USA range. This is another one of the booths at the Gibson Guitar Garage. We're starting with a whole wall of Les Pauls, not least of which are the Supremes, which we can see here, really gorgeous, super ornate. And then, as if by contrast, we have a wall of studios, we've got some classics, bunch of fun colors. Deluxe, a really slept on Les Paul model. Love those mini humbuckers. Got the same P90s, bunch of standards, and over here, one of the more exciting guitars on display today, Theodore. But also want to draw your attention to this guy down here, because it's not just the Gibson guitars we have here. We also have the new Mesa Boogie range, including, but not limited to, the Mark 7, which we're super excited to plug in a little bit. And of course, you can come and plug this in too. You can plug it in through the speakers, you can plug it in through headphones. They're all set up, ready to go with any guitar that you care to pick off the wall and play with. We've got a California Tweed, we've got a Badlander, we've got combos of all shapes and sizes, heads and cabs. Really exciting stuff. We also have, on the wall over here, some basses, including this fantastic Gene Simmons Thunderbird. That is super rock and roll. But for you traditionalists, we've got EBs, Jack Bruce fans are gonna dig this. Whole bunch more basses downstairs that we'll go check out in a second. We've got a wall of SGs behind us, some Flying Vs, and of course, in the stairwell, we have the gallery wall of photos by legendary rock photographer Jared Mankiewicz. These have all come directly from the Red House Gallery in Harrogate, and they're going to be rotating over the years. So every time you come here, there'll be new ones. But of course, down said stairs, we've got Epiphone, we've got Kramer. Let's go take a look.
Now, of course, guys, it's not only just about Gibson here at the Gibson Garage. Epiphone is a massive part of what Gibson's been doing, and there's been some incredibly impressive things coming out in the last few years. Now let's take a look at what the options they've got here for you to try out at the Gibson Garage. So you have all the standard options here for Gibson and Epiphone range with your Firebirds, your Explorers, your Les Pauls, your SGs, but something very unique here to the Gibson Garage is some of the custom colours that you've got an option, and it goes in all different price points from the entry level right up to the super high end. So definitely come in and check one of those out, because you'll be impressed. Fantastic Epiphone acoustics for you to try out. So it's wall-to-wall guitars here at the Gibson Garage, as you would expect. Everything on the Gibson range, Epiphone, Kramer, you name it, it's all here. But something that you might not realise that goes on here at the Gibson Garage in the basement is incredible live performances, and they happen right here on stage. Jared James Nichols was just here a couple of days ago. Now, you never know who's going to show up here at the Gibson Garage. Make sure that you check the Gibson socials just to find out who it's going to be, because the likes of Slash, Scott Gorham, Tony Iommi, who knows, anyone could pop in.
So I've just been sat here this whole time indulging in my 80s fantasies playing this guitar. This, as you can see, is the Kramer booth, where 80s rock and roll is alive and well. It's a super vibey spot, as I'm sure you can see, and we have, I'm gonna call them outrageous rock machines of every stripe being the appropriate word. Some Warren DeMartini inspired finishes over here. We have the Jersey Star. Take a look at this. This is so cool. Very cool guitar. Over this way, I want to show you this too. We have Pac-Man machine. This would of course be better if it was a Richie Kotzen game, but take a look at this wall. This wall of stickers has been hand applied by Mark Agnesi. I'm told they left him at 10 p.m. one night. I think he was here until 3 in the morning putting these on, but apparently he had a plan. He had a big plan about where they're all going to go. Don't know how you plan something like that, but it's turned out really, really great. And of course, come with me, don't forget the merch, the hottest fashion item of the summer, the Kramer Guitars Vest. This has been super popular. You would have seen this on Justin Hawkins' walkthrough of this very building. And let's not forget, we also have 2 highly qualified in-house techs who are working around the clock in this office here. And we asked the question, if you have a Gibson guitar, you can book in to have it looked at by the 2 highly qualified in-house techs.
So obviously here in the Gibson Garage, it's wall-to-wall with electric guitars, but of course Gibson has a very, very rich history with its acoustic guitars as well, and no better spot is that here in the quiet room section of the Gibson Garage, where you've got a full range of Gibson acoustics for you to check out. You get your Songwriters, your J200s, your Banner era style guitars, relict, brand new, you name it, they're all here for you to come pick up and try for yourself. So that's been a look at the Gibson Garage here in central London. Nick, what have been some of your highlights today?
Man, there's so much to choose from. Like the guitars are all incredible. Love the Kramers, love the downstairs with all the Epiphones, but truthfully, I think it's the Mesa Mark 7.
Amazing.
Right? That is just such a tremendous amplifier. So many great tones. Really looking forward to getting my hands on one. I think we'll have a video coming your way soon on that. How about you?
I mean, it's hard to see past these Murphy Lab guitars. I mean, I'm really a sucker for them. I mean, I do like the relic thing. I know it's sometimes a little controversial. Some people don't really like the relic.
I'm a fan.
If you're going to do it though, you got to do it properly, and the Murphy Lab is the way to go. Guys, the Gibson Garage is open 7 days a week. Make sure you come and check it out next time you're in London, and we'll see you there next time.
Yeah.